I'm standing here with Ileana Price. She does everything on this farm called 5 Mile Farms near Lewisburg, Kansas. And she is actually one of the vendors at Overland Park Farmers Market, which is how I got to know about Ileana and her farm. I wanted to ask her some questions today because one of the goals I always have when I go to the farmers market is getting to know the vendors more closely and kind of learn their story. First off, what got you started into farming, and then also the way that you farm?
The beginning would be knowing more about the food, how it was raised, and by who it was raised. We lived north of Lewisburg on 5 acres, and we thought, why are we mowing when a cow could eat this grass and then we could nourish our bodies with that cow? They're unknowns when you go to the grocery store, so taking that control back. Regenerative agriculture is not mainstream or normal, more regular. It is intensive and it is intentional. There's a lot of observation that goes with it. So cattle should not eat grain, and that's what the majority of the beef that is consumed in the United States is fed. And I'm not going to focus on why are they fed that way, who's doing this. I don't want to participate in that system, so we're just going to do it this way. Cows are supposed to eat forage, grass. That's what our cows are going to eat. What's the chicken being fed? They can have the grains. So they do need to be contained, but what's that happy medium, but not confined? And then that kind of gets mitigated by moving them.
Yeah,
so
and that's so interesting how you do that. I love watching that. How would you describe the taste?
I would describe it as it has taste and flavor. When you buy chicken from the store, in my opinion, it smells like chemicals.
Somebody comes up to the market and they're like, oh my God, what's your best cut of meat, and what do you do with it?
Well, first I want to know where you are on your food journey, and so that you can appreciate it more. Because there is a shock if you go from Costco, Hy-Vee, and then you start buying our meat, there's going to be, an effect to your budget. So let's talk about that. And then when somebody's like, I want to grill. Okay, well, have you been grilling for a while? What are we doing? So I like to interview them a little bit. There's a cut that gets ignored all the time. It's called round steak. It's from the back end, so it's a tough piece of meat. It needs to cook low heat, lots of moisture, 8 to 10 hours. Beef Stroganoff. Mushrooms from the Mushroom Man, and then lots of onions.
I get this every week.
And I'm going, everybody's busy, but you got to start somewhere with cooking at home. And so Beef Stroganoff is a go-to. Don't know what to make Beef Stroganoff.
And it's funny because so many people I think have asked me, is that a German dish? And I'm like, no.
It's
and then
not.
Also pierogi and I don't know, some other things.